If you feel like your life is all over the place right now, like you want to become better, get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fix your habits, but you just don't know where to start, then this video is for you. And if you're new here, marhaba, I'm Shazmina and I create content to help Muslimas strive to become their higher versions of themselves, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, while keeping Allah at the center of their lives. This is a space where we focus on real growth, real discipline, devotion, and becoming who we're meant to be for the sake of Allah. I didn't fix my whole life. I just focused and I had a reset on these 5 things, and the last one is the most important. The first and honestly the most important step to resetting your life is changing the way you think. Most of us believe that being productive means becoming like a robot, waking up with the same energy every single day, following a perfect routine, never wasting a minute, and doing everything exactly on a specific time. And we think we have to maintain this for forever. But the moment we try this perfect reset, we stay consistent for maybe 2 or 3 days or maybe a week, and then one day we slip, we miss a task, we feel low, we get sick, we lose the motivation, and suddenly it feels like we have failed. So we give up completely. And I used to think the exact same way, but the truth is that's not real life. You're not going to feel the same every day. There will be days when you feel tired, distracted, unmotivated. Some days you won't complete everything. Some days you won't go as planned. And that's completely okay. You have to give yourself a margin to be a human. Because what actually matters, and this is like the key sauce, okay? What actually matters is showing up. Showing up even when you don't feel like it, showing up even if it's not perfect, showing up even on your worst days, not listening to your mood when it says, I don't feel like doing this today, I'm not in the mood, but you choose to do it anyway. Life will always have ups and downs, but no matter how many times you fall, you have to get back up. So instead of telling yourself, I need to be perfect, start telling yourself, I just need to show up. For example, if you decided to start going to the gym, your goal shouldn't be, I need to have the perfect workout every day. Your goal should be to simply just show up to the gym. Even if you don't finish your workout, even if you skip cardio, even if you leave early, that's all secondary. The most important thing is that you showed up. Show up for yourself on the good days, especially on your bad days also. Even if you do a little and come back home, it still counts. Because over time, that consistency builds. Slowly, you start seeing progress, and eventually, you'll even begin to enjoy it. The beginning is always the hardest. So whatever habit you have to build, stop focusing on doing it perfectly and just focus on showing up. Now, I want you to do something very simple. Pick one habit that you have always, wished to or wanted to build. Just one, okay? It could be praying your salah on time, or reading some portion of the Quran every day, or waking up early at 5 a.m. Decide a specific time and place where you will show up for it every single day. And even if you miss one day, show up the next day. Because life is about showing up every day, taking the efforts to show up. Also, you can check out the free guide in the description and use it to your fullest to make your reset more structured and detailed. Remove all distractions. Distractions are one of the biggest things stopping you from becoming your best self. The reason why you are so into your distractions is because you're avoiding something outside. The same things that distract you are also the same things that comfort you. And most of the time, we hold on to them because we are avoiding something deeper in our head. And you know it, and I know it. Your phone is probably the biggest distraction in your life. Just imagine your future, your grandchildren, asking you, what did you do in your 20s and your 30s? And your answer is being like, I spent most of my time on my phone watching other people live their lives to their fullest. Okay, that's not the story you want to tell. So if you truly want to reset your life, you need to be honest with yourself. You don't have to eliminate every single distraction overnight, but you need to at least minimize them so they are not loud enough. Distractions can be anything: your phone, unnecessary scrolling, certain friendships, or even habits like oversleeping. So start simple. Go through your phone and delete apps that are unnecessary. By the way, unpopular opinion, if you're not handling a business or inspiring someone or making money from social media, then there is no use for you to be there. Okay, you don't need to go and sit and watch others life when you don't even have a life, because there is a high chance that you might get stuck into comparison. When you check out the free reset guide in the description, you'll find that I have listed some ways you can choose to reclaim your digital life. Pick any one system and follow along. Distractions can also include friends that don't allow you to grow. Block, cut, remove, unfollow them from your life. Learn to say no to gatherings you don't want to go. And the moment you eliminate the distractions, you will feel the silence. You will stare at your bedroom ceiling fan and you will be like, oh, I'm bored. You think about situations and the silence will hit you, and then eventually you'll feel that, oh, I'm so alone. Because the moment you remove distractions, you feel the silence. You might feel bored, uncomfortable, even a little lonely, but that silence is what exactly you need. That space you have created, this is where the growth will begin. Know your purpose and goal. Once you remove distractions, you're left with silence, and that silence forces you to face your life. This is where you need direction. Because if you don't know where you are going, you will go back to your old habits. As a Muslimah, your ultimate purpose is clear, and we all know that, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give a life that pleases Him. But within that, you still need personal goals that give your life some structure and meaning, and that would eventually impact your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, if you make an effort to be fit and healthy, this is leading you to do better worship, make longer sujuds, and yes, there are worldly benefits that you get with it, but if you keep your intention for Allah, you'll get the rewards even going to the gym. Intention matters. If your goal is to be financial independent, then make a niyyah behind it that you're going to give such and such percent in the way of Allah. And our lives should be around Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only then success is yours. So you need to answer questions like, what kind of woman do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to build? You need to sit with yourself and be honest. Write it down, make it clear, whether it's becoming more disciplined, improving your deen, building a career, being financially independent, or taking care of your health. Be clear about it. Because when you have a goal, your action starts to align with it. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter because you know what you're working towards. And your goals don't have to be perfect or huge. They just need to be clear enough to guide you. When you know your purpose, you move differently because you become intentional, and instead of just living day by day, you start living with direction. So make a short-term goal for just one for right now and keep running towards it until you achieve it. And once you achieve it, celebrate and jump onto the next goal. Believe in yourself and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need to start believing that change is actually possible for you, and this alone belief can move mountains. So many of the people, stay stuck not because they lack ability, but because they have already convinced themselves that they can't do it. But you have to shift that mindset. Believe that you are capable of becoming better, of growing, of achieving the life you want, and more importantly, believe in Allah's power. Nothing is impossible for Him. The things you think are out of your reach, the version of you that you think is too far away, Allah can make it possible. But you have to trust Him, and you have to trust yourself enough to take an action. Stop limiting yourself with your own thoughts. Stop telling yourself, I can't, and replace it with I will, and Allah will guide me. Because once you combine belief in yourself and trust in Allah, you move differently. You stop doubting every step and start working with purpose. And you need to start not tomorrow, but today. So start where you are and become who you're meant to be.